When you're shopping for a grill, there are many features that you can look for. I always tell folks that whatever the style of cooking that you do, there are a few features that you absolutely want on a grill. You want to make sure that you have an electronic ignition system. And you want to make sure that you have a burner system that is stainless steel or something that carries a pretty long guarantee, because the burners tend to rust and go bad, and then you get very uneven heat. This grill actually has a couple additional features. We have a built-in rotisserie, and we have an infrared burner that will heat only the items on the rotisserie, giving us more of a true French rotisserie type of cooking. We do have 2 high-power burners. If you're going to get a system with burners, make sure that the burners can accommodate a fairly large pot. And this one actually has what's called a smoker box, which is a separate little area where we can put wood chips. We can preheat the wood chips that are soaked in a little water, giving a gentle smoke flavor. I'm going to finish up my garnish for the mussels. I want to take some scallions, and I'm going to start to chop those just in about 1/2 inch length. When the mussels come out, we're going to top them with the peppers and the scallions. I want to get a little cleanup going here so we can get ready to plate up all our items. And the one other thing I want to add to my mango salsa, which is marinating wonderfully, is some lime zest. This is just the outer coloring on the skin of the lime. Once we start to hit the white, we want to move to another section. That's called the pith, and that'll be bitter. This is going to give just a wonderful essence of the lime added to this along with the juice. I add lime zest to a lot of different things. We do salads, and we'll add lemon zest, lime zest, and I'll do a simple vinaigrette, regular oil and vinegar, 2 parts oil to 1 part vinegar, a little salt and pepper. And by adding a little bit of lime zest, I'll have folks saying, God, what's the recipe for this vinaigrette? It just adds something a little bit special to it. When I saute vegetables, I'll add a little bit of lemon or lime zest. It just makes for a nice little extra layer of flavor. You can see how it all collects on the back, and then we just push it right down. Going to move this back a bit. Put our rosemary out front there. Let's take a look at our fish that's grilling. It's going wonderfully. I'm going to take this swordfish and just move it a little bit. Take a look at our shrimp, cooking nicely. We'll be ready to turn that swordfish in another minute. Want to give this marinade another stir. And we'll take another look at our mussels. Mussels are looking wonderful. 2 more minutes with that. I think I'm ready to flip my swordfish now. Looking wonderful. We've got some nice grill marks happening on the swordfish. Moving our shrimp around a little bit. let's get ready to plate it up. I think we'll plate the swordfish and the shrimp together. The mussels, I always like to put a nice piece of bread with it, and we'll keep our mussels right up here. Let's take a look and see what we have going on with the mussels. Keep plenty of hot pads and mitts around so that you can pick things up without having to run wild and have things starting to burn while you're looking for your mitts and pads. Just giving these mussels a little bit of a stir. They look wonderful. This same broth can be used for scallops, pieces of chicken, other pieces of fish. It's just a wonderful, wonderful broth. I'm going to finish it off now with my scallions and a little scattering of our red pepper. We've got every neighbor's dog hungry. Have to invite some of them over. I don't know if they'll eat mussels though. There's our mussels dish. Let's take a look at our shrimp and our swordfish. This is luscious. See our nice markings on the swordfish? It's a crosshatch design. We call that also a quadrillage design. Shrimp looking lovely. I broke a little piece of that extra rosemary off. Here's the extras that weren't on the branches. A little bit harder to get them if you're doing quite a lot of them off the grill when they're not skewered. Let's just divide this up with a little more fresh rosemary to give a nice look. I want to garnish our swordfish with some of the mango salsa. This mango salsa I did about 2 years ago when my folks came to visit us at the beach, and we left the grill for about a minute, and I heard this terrible, terrible thrashing noise outside and this awful screaming. And when I came back out, my dad, who used to be a semi-professional boxer, boxed the Golden Gloves when he was young, was fighting off a seagull for a piece of the swordfish. The seagull had swooped down and had tried to take a piece of the swordfish right off the grill, and my dad had grabbed the piece of fish as the seagull went to fly away with it, and screaming at the seagull was just the most hilarious thing. But he wasn't going to let that swordfish get away. So today we did 3 items. We have our mussels that are just in this wonderful, wonderful creamy broth. We have cilantro and ginger and lemongrass and a garnish of scallion and pepper with our mussels. These are just great to pick and open up. They're so white, just scoop them up with a little bit of juice, and absolutely fabulous. Swordfish with our mango salsa, just a beautiful, beautiful presentation plate. I think I'll have a glass of my homemade wine for this. And we have our rosemary margarita marinated shrimp. I'm David Martone, Cooking Time. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to our outdoor cooking. Enjoy.